Welcome to Imperfect with Rebekah and Zandra. And today I have number 2 here with me. And if you guys had listened to our previous episode about how we decided to change, or not change, we came up with the names for our kids. We talked about numbers because I have 4 boys. So we have number 2 here. And last week, Zandra and Ryan talked about, we kind of chatted about hobbies after kids, like life after kids. So Killian, I'll have you introduce yourself.
Hello. Hi. You just said it.
Okay, so this is Killian, since he doesn't want to introduce himself.
You already said my name.
Okay. He's a teenager. So we're going to talk a little bit about hobbies with our kids. And so life kind of changes once you have children, and especially when they get older, you think life's going to kind of slow down. It actually gets a little bit crazier. So like to give an example, what kind of sports are you in?
Like every sport. Football, basketball. I want to do track because I don't really like baseball, but because I tried baseball for the first time and I didn't really like it. So I'm thinking of doing track. But right now, I'm doing a basketball camp over the summer.
And you did wrestling too?
I did wrestling. I'm going to do wrestling again because in high school, you can either choose In high school, you can either choose basketball or wrestling for your one sport. And I'm going to do basketball because I'm not wrestling in high school.
Yeah. So fortunately, the schools around here do lots of camps during the summer. And so like once they get into high school, so number 1, he's going into high school and he's got football that's already started up, but he could do basketball open gym right now and wrestling open gym right now. And then eventually they'll have golf. But so they started really young. I think the youngest was because Nana and Papa got you guys into golf.
Then I do soccer in like 2nd grade though.
Yeah, but you were like 5 when they got you. So I think 5 was like your age when they wanted you, or they would get you your golf clubs for the first time when you were 5 or 6. And so they introduced you guys pretty early on for that. Do you still like golf?
I haven't gone golfing in a while. I like it. I want to go golfing. I haven't gone in forever though.
I have golf clubs too. Maybe we should go golfing this summer.
They never take me golfing.
You never asked.
They never let me.
Yes, they do.
Well, no, every time Vico and QP and Dexter always go golfing, they're always like, "No, just us. You're not going." And then I just go to my room and just either that or I play basketball while they're gone because then they can like annoy me.
Yeah.
But
so what are things that especially Nana and Papa, like Nana and Papa, family in general, mom and dad, what are things that help you to stay in sports and like your hobbies?
What do you mean?
Like, well, how is it that we support you guys in that?
How do you support me?
Mm-hmm.
And
all of your brothers too.
I don't know anything about what you do for them.
What do we do for you? Let's make it.
You like sign me up for it and go to games.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. What are things that we could do better to help support you?
What?
Is that
I don't know.
Yes. Question?
I don't know.
I think one thing that we did when you were really young was you guys wanted to quit soccer. And what was our family motto after that?
No, Wilson's never quit.
So that was like our one main rule. Like if you sign up, we're going to do it. We have you in it. You at least have to finish it to make sure. Because sometimes at the beginning, it's really hard. And especially when you're younger and you're learning something, well, not for you, everything comes natural to you and you're a really good athlete. But if it's something that maybe you don't enjoy and it's harder, it's, until you get to the end of it and have the fun of the games and stuff, it can be like, why am I here? I don't want to do this. But I also think trying different sports too. Like, I'm glad you did baseball, even though I hated the mornings and the whole day of Saturday.
Wrestling was worse. Wrestling, I had to wake up at like 5:30 to get on a bus.
True.
Baseball, we only had to get up and leave at like 8 or 9.
We got to be inside for wrestling though. But I'm glad, as much as it was like it took the day, like I'm glad you did it to see if you liked it or not, right? Like, because you guys had never done it except for like t-ball or whatever it's called. What is that called?
T-ball.
Is it t-ball?
Yeah. No, because we had to sleep on a cold bus because like it was like 5 and we were gonna be there at 8, so we had 3 hours to sleep. And one of the kids who was wrestling, he just slept in the middle of the aisle.
On the floor?
On the floor. He got a blanket and just napped.
Ew. Pillow and blanket, yeah, but floor.
It's freaking so cold. And the heat didn't really work. So there's one bus. Yeah, there's 2 buses for us. There's one bus where it's super warm and the other bus was freezing cold. And I was on the bus with all the freezing cold kids, and we were all trying to survive.
Oh my gosh,
it sucked.
Remember when we went to McCall and it almost snowed us out? Like we almost couldn't get home.
Oh my gosh,
that was crazy. Do you think that after kids, mom and dad's hobbies kind of changed?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't even know what you guys did before you guys had.
Okay, so you didn't know what I did before. So do you see us still do hobbies though?
Work.
Like our things that we enjoy to do.
Okay, never mind, not work.
I enjoy my work.
You like dancing and stuff. Dad likes video games. Actually, that never changed. He always liked video games.
Yeah, but he also hunts. There's a lot of hunting and fishing. And he's been doing that since he was like, what?
12. He said he packed out his first elk when he was 12.
He started going out when he was like 5. So actually, I think you and QP were probably like 2 or 3.
No,
probably 3 when he took you out for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys went bird hunting. I have a picture of QP he wouldn't hold the bird. No, the last time Dad would hunt quail because I like quail and it hurt my heart.
Whenever we would go fishing, I was always so scared of the fish. That's why the first time I caught a fish was when I was like 10 years old. And it's like really late to catch a fish because I should have caught one before. But I was always so scared to like hold them. Like Dan's like, put your thumb in the mouth and like hold it up. And I was like, no, you do it. You
probably caught fish earlier, just not took the hook out.
The first fish I caught was a carp, and she was freaked out. She went on Hank's carp for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. They're nasty. I don't know what it is. They're creepy looking, and they jump out of the water, and they're huge. At least over here, they're huge.
They're like big.
Yeah.
We were kayaking on the Snake River. You would look down and all you could see was that in the seaweed. Just like 50 of them everywhere. Like it went on for like 5 minutes just going down that one part where there's a bunch of seaweed. They were all in there. Like I was paddling and one just hit my thing and it ran off.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Oh my gosh. And then I never knew I had a fear of standing water until Dad and I went out kayaking on our own. We went like off the river into this little pond. And he's like, hey, just watch out for carp. And I'm like, why did you have to tell me that? And then I'm sitting there thinking a carp's going to jump out of the water. It's going to hit me upside the head. I'm going to be stuck in the seaweed water. And it's going to I'm going to be eaten by carp. They don't eat you, but that's my irrational thinking.
You'd probably be more scared of a carp than a piranha. Like one piranha won't be that bad, but a bunch of them would be.
I don't know what it is. I think we do a good job of doing family hobbies, like the hunting together, fishing.
Yeah.
Now that you guys are getting older, Dad's super excited that you guys are getting to the age where it's his time to take you on. And I have to let go
He's always taking us.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, he's always taken us, but I think
he can't go alone anymore.
Now that
after the
not up to the bear.
That was.
Yeah, that was not good. That was scary.
Nathan bad for him. He had a stitch, and I was sitting next to him, and then he sit on his legs, and I accidentally hit it. And he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry." It was so bad.
I love it. Yeah. So I think, so Zandra and Ryan, their little one is about a year old. So they're in like a totally different stage of life than we are. I remember when you guys were little and it was hard. I'd want to go fishing or go out and camp and do things. And I feel like we didn't do as much when you guys were really little because it was so much more work. Probably more of my anxiety holding us back.
We've only ever had like one babysitter, and that was when we were like older too. Like it was something like that.
And you had kids too.
I don't know. Oh, you were your chickens?
No. Oh, and then you had a cheerleader that watched you guys too.
I don't know. And then Bella would watch us, but that's not really a babysitter.
We paid her.
Oh.
She was a babysitter.
She wasn't a babysitter.
Sometimes we paid her. Sorry, Bella. No, now you guys are at the age where we can even, like Dad and I can just go and do stuff and leave you guys. Yeah. So what are this next year? So you're doing a basketball camp right now. We're actually getting ready to leave for that in about 10 minutes. What are you going to do? Football and wrestling this?
Yeah.
Fall and winter, and then basketball again, right?
Yeah. And then, so it's going to go football and then wrestling and basketball. Yeah. Because basketball's in like January.
That's right.
Beginning of January.
Yeah.
And wrestling's just like all December and near the end of December. Wrestling was fun. Wrestling was really fun, which is one of my friends. He's also the coach's son. He would not. He was trying to make it so that I wouldn't like play basketball in high school. Like he kept saying, "Come on, bud. Come on, bud. You're better at wrestling than you are at basketball. Come on." Plus, I was only in the first year so much. Come on, bud. And he always calls me buddy. And
that's right. It was
smaller than me. Scares me.
He's a good wrestler. That was your first year of wrestling, huh? This last.
I actually did not too bad. My record was like 25 wins, 8 losses, which I don't know how good that is for the first year, but I want to do it, again this year, and then, yeah.
And if they don't do sports, then we try to encourage them to do other things besides video games, which I've learned to embrace video games more, but I
made like a 5-paragraph essay in English about why video games are good for you.
It was actually a really good essay too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so do you think you're going to do any like clubs too, maybe in high school?
Clubs?
Because there's
like a chess club?
No. There's so much more than just chess club.
No,
there's like a lot of different things. There's like FFA, FBA, future business, future, what is it called? And then there's like business something, future business something. And then there's like, they have robotics, they have leadership. Leadership's fun. You would actually really like leadership.
I'm not doing leadership. Vigo did that. So he's going to be like the school, like when he's in high school, he wants to be like the president of the
class president.
Not class. Of the whole class. I'm not getting leadership.
I never did. Well, we had like leadership as a class when I was in high school. I don't know if you guys have it as like a elective, and that was fun. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't do the whole.
Next year, I am being a teacher's assistant for one of my 6th grade teachers. Like when I was in 6th grade, she was like my favorite teacher. She's super cool. So I'm just going to be her assistant next year. So I'm going to have a free class to just go over and help like grade papers and stuff. So that'd be cool.
And then you guys also have the option in 8th grade to do like the office assistant too, right?
Office aide, yeah.
Office aide.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, but you guys have lots of different things you can get involved in, even in middle school, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that and then they also have, it'll come to me later, I'm sure, but I can't remember. There's a bunch of things that Kippy was showing me for high school, a lot of other.
There's like Law and Order.
Yeah.
A bunch of other
that
stuff.
one was, and he really liked, was it called Law and Order in 8th grade that he just did? Is that what it was?
History. I don't know.
I think it was Law and Order. You might like that one. This kid is like the best.
Don't say it. I know you're going to say lawyer.
At arguing, debating.
Yes, they're always saying, I'd be like talking about them, like I'd be arguing with them and stuff, and then they won't even pay attention to what I'm talking about. They'd be like, "You would be such a great lawyer."
I don't say it like that.
Yeah, you did.
No.
And then you just walk off and don't even listen to what
I
I'm
do
saying.
too.
No, we just say, and like you'll just focus on the opposite of what I'm trying to say, or you'll be.
No, because you're not focusing on what we're trying to explain to you and the reasoning. Exactly. That's why he's going to be a good lawyer.
I'm not going to be able to.
No. What are you going to do?
I have no idea.
So are you going to go in the military too?
No.
No?
No.
We have a lot of family in the military. And so we already have 2 of them who have decided that that's kind of the path they want to take. But Killian was talking more about college football, right?
Mm-hmm.
But golf is a good thing to get into college with too.
I suck at golf.
No, you don't.
That's for Vico. Vico is the best golfer I've ever met.
Vico is an amazing golfer. So he's actually at a golf camp right now. So my in-laws are huge golfers, and my father-in-law's has been in the Pro Blind Golf Association. And so they go on tournaments around the world, different countries. And so they take them out, and it's kind of cool because I didn't realize that each golf course has a pro golfer, and then they are like a permanent employee, I guess you would say. I don't really know how it all works, but whole different world that I have not been accustomed to, because I danced since I was 3, and then I did cheer, and that's literally that was my whole life. So like my dad would drive me all the way to an hour away, and we would go a few times a week. And so that's kind of how Nana and Papa are driving you guys wherever we need to go, getting you cool clothes, making sure you look good for your stuff, shoes.
You guys gave me school clothes, Nana and Papa gave me sports stuff. That's what we told me.
Yeah.
So Vico's actually ambidextrous. So he like can golf right-handed, which he's better at, or he could do it left-handed.
He's better at left-handed.
Oh, he is?
Mm-hmm. He golfs left-handed.
I don't know who told me that. I think it was Kippy told me better at. But he does golf left-handed.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
I think if he were to do baseball, it would be left-handed. He golfs left-handed. But like basketball, he's right-hand dominant.
The thing is, like, he gets really mad, and he feels like he isn't good enough, and more like he's so hard on himself, which is the thing is he wants to do football now. He skipped like a year, 2 years, because COVID didn't let us play 1 year, but then he just didn't want to do it the next year. So that one, he didn't play football for 2 years, and now he wants to do it again. He's just playing football and now in high school, which is not a good idea.
It is too. He's doing great. A lot of kids do that.
No, well, that's bad. That's why they were good. He's starting in his freshman year of high school when he's never played football before.
And he is going to do just fine.
And he keeps telling me that he has played football because he played flag.
Flag football still counts.
It is not actual football.
He's also...
It's like saying T-ball and baseball. It's not the same thing.
He's also big. He's going to be an awesome football player. So back in our day, it started probably when back in our day.
Don't ever say that again.
I didn't mean to. I don't know where that came from, why it came out of my mouth. But we only had football. I think it started in 5th grade. and then in middle school. But a lot of kids actually didn't go out for football until high school. That was pretty common.
I started playing football in, I think, 4th grade, because 3rd grade we missed the signups. 4th grade, I wanted to do it, so then I started 4th grade, kept going every year. I think I skipped. It was 1 year for COVID or whatever. I skipped, and then yeah.
Well, and then QB has an amazing coach too. For high school.
Coach.
What position did you play?
QB?
No, he's coach.
Who? He was a lineman.
You lineman?
Lineman.
What team?
Panthers. Carolina Panthers.
So that's the coach they have, which is pretty awesome for our little.
He's for the freshmen?
He's like all of their coach. So he's there for
Freshman,
all of them. And then they don't have a freshman anymore. It's just JV and varsity.
That's weird.
I think that's what he said. I could be totally wrong. I thought that's what he said.
Well, we in 7th grade, which was last year, we had these football plays. It was we had a wing T formation for football. I don't know if you know what that is. Mm-hmm. No. But I was a wing back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I memorized all the plays and everybody else did. But we got, since there's a new high school coach, and dad, the coach,
mm-hmm.
He was a coach before. Now that there's new high school coaches, we don't think we're gonna have the same, all the same plays and formations and stuff, which is gonna be really confusing, because then we're only gonna be playing that one for 1 year. So it's 1 year you memorize these plays, right? Then they switch up on you, and then you have to memorize those ones, and then you leave for high school.
Yeah.
So
it'll be good though. It's good for your brain.
It's good. This season, I can't wait for football season. Everybody's gotten bigger. Everyone's gotten scarier.
So speaking of hobbies, and we've got them all in multiple things going on right now. We're going to take this kid to his basketball camp. And so thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for chatting with me, taking Daddy's place this week. So hope you guys have a perfectly imperfect day. And if you aren't already, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Imperfect with Rebekah and Zandra, or Imperfect WR&Z. And then you can listen to us on Podbean. Facebook actually has the ability to listen now to Spotify, Apple, and then you can watch us on YouTube. So bye guys. Thanks for hanging out.